Oreo has been America's favorite cookie for most of its 100 years existence, but today it is a global brand. So, throughout this case study, we will analyze Oreo's marketing strategy that allowed them to become one of the world's leading biscuit brands. So, stay tuned. Back in 1912, the National Biscuit Company, today known as Nabisco, developed and produced the Oreo biscuit at its Manhattan factory in Chelsea. In 1908, the cookie was introduced by Sunshine Company as an imitation of Hard Rock's cookie. The dominant position in the US limited growth opportunities for Oreo, which forced Kraft to look internationally. This was reflected in one of its popular advertisements from the 1980s, America's best loved cookie. Oreo was launched in China in 1996. Now, guys, listen carefully. Problems faced by foreign companies entering emerging markets. Even after being launched in China, Kraft struggled for years, considering leaving the Chinese market at least a few times. Sanjay Khosla, Kraft's president for developing markets, once observed that the cookie underperformed in China. His reasons: Kraft offered the same type of Oreos as it did in the United States, meaning what was good for US would also benefit the world. Quote, everyone has their own taste. Some like sweet biscuits, some don't. Some like creamy, some don't. Some like salty and some don't. The researcher by Kraft concluded that Chinese consumers found the cookie to be a little bit too sweet and little bit too bitter, which was where Kraft drilled down on its turnaround strategy. To overcome this problem, Oreo adopted a multi-pronged strategy. First, a few prototypes of Oreo biscuits were developed and tested on Chinese consumers in order for the Chinese division of Kraft to arrive at a formula which met their tastes. The formula which proved to be the most popular was selected. Second, Kraft also noted that the Chinese consumers were value conscious, hence reducing the size of the Oreo packets in order to accommodate their buying habits. Furthermore, very small packets of cookies were introduced so that consumers could sample them first. Third, Carrefour almost sold Oreos by weight in Shanghai so that consumers could control the amount they purchased. In the beginning, the distribution took place through grocery stores and hypermarkets, but later convincing stores were added to strengthen the distribution network. Fourth, the team noticed that the wafers were very popular with the Chinese, so they introduced chocolate covered wafer sticks. Getting the senior management to accept the product proved to be challenging, but ultimately the product became a big hit in other markets. Fifth, American consumers usually pair milk with cookies. Kraft created a grassroots campaign to educate Chinese consumers about this habit, and that's how Oreo succeeded in China. We have seen how Oreo came to China and developed himself, and the same has happened in India, but the approach was little different. The learning from Chinese markets were used by Kraft when they entered Indian markets. Initially, Oreo was available in India only in imported form. As a result of this, it was priced at Rs 50 for a pack of 14. Due to prohibitive price coupled the lack of awareness, the sales were very low. Global CEO Irene Rosenfeld decided to adopt a localization strategy similar to that used in China. This was helped in part by the Cadbury Deal in 2009. Unlike Chinese, Indians love biscuit. The Indian market is the largest for biscuit in the world, but glucose biscuit dominated the market and cream biscuits occupy a small share. Therefore, competitive pricing and strong distribution were important to capture the Indian market. It developed a strategy called TLD, Take Leaders Down, to compete with existing market leaders like Britannia, ITC and Parle. Specifically, they targeted the 100 million households that consume 70% of cream biscuit in India as Cadbury Oreos, as a Cadbury has a better brand recognition among Indian consumers than Kraft. As a result of this strategy, Its market share grew from 1% to 30% after the debut in small towns and kirana stores in big cities. As of today, Oreo is a global brand available in more than 100 countries. The second number market on the brand in China. This would not have been possible if Kraft had not developed a clear strategy for approaching the Chinese markets. The manufacturing, marketing, distribution, and packaging system were properly aligned with the market needs. Reforming the Oreos for the Chinese market was a significant move. In this case, Oreo succeeded by integrating its global brand with local preferences. This is a classic example of the dilemma faced by multinational corporations which trying to enter foreign markets. That's it from my side. If you like this video, hit that like button, share this insightful story with your friends and family, and don't forget to comment your thoughts and make sure you are subscribed to this channel. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.